Hello everyone, welcome to our new channel, Football Only. You might have made out from the name, Football Only. It's all about football and fans having their say about football. And so finally the Premier League is back and we are here to talk about it. This Saturday we have got a big match between Manchester City and Spurs. So to talk about it, I have Biplab, Kusal. So guys, how are you feeling that Premier League is finally back?
It's great, yeah. Football is finally back after 3 months. 3 months of wait. It was feeling like something important was missing from our life. The passion we have for football cannot be questioned, right, guys? We talk about football every time. So something was missing, and it's feel great to have football back in our life. So I'm looking forward for the new season. Let's see what it brings.
Yeah, it's been a long wait. I was eagerly waiting for this day and hoping this season will create much more drama.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and heading forward, this Premier League season would be more exciting than any other Premier League was.
Yeah,
It's nice to hear that I'm not the only one excited about it.
it's the best league in India,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. So guys, talking about the game of Man City versus Spurs. So isn't it a big game?
Yeah, surely. It's
Right?
Yeah, it's
So
a big game.
the first topic we are going to talk today about the game is Pochettino versus Pep Guardiola. So you might have identified from the title. According to you, Biplab, who is the better manager?
So first of all, let me ask a pure Man City fan, what do you think?
In my opinion, Guardiola.
Guardiola,
Obviously,
right.
I think so.
Yeah, you can elaborate a bit because that's too short.
It's been its fourth season of Guardiola, and you can see from the stats and all the games they have played how strong he has made the team, how strong he has built the team, and how core the team is. Every player he has bought, they all have made impact.
Yeah, they have made impact. Yeah, as he said, yeah, I don't disregard Poch as a manager. He's a fantastic coach. He's a good coach, right? Having not bought anyone in last transfer window, the way Tottenham played football, it was brilliant. But at the end of every statement, you have to ask what have Poch achieved in English football? What have he won? Has he won anything?
He hasn't won anything.
So having said that, and if you look at Pep Guardiola has been a fantastic manager. He has retained the Premier League title after a long time. Maybe it was in 2009 when our club won the Premier League back to back, and in this season, and Pep is looking forward to win another title with City. So in regard of who is the better manager, I definitely would go with Pep. He's a fantastic manager.
Don't you, just to generalize the thing, if you take out the financial aspect of it, because Pep Guardiola has been back to an extent where no another manager has been back in Premier League, right?
Yeah.
And Pep, you can consider him as the least backed manager in Premier League.
Yeah.
So if you
Poch.
take that financial backing to Poch and give Guardiola nothing of that kind of backing, don't you think Poch would be a better manager than Guardiola?
If that was the case, then I would definitely say Pochettino is a better manager, because yes, if you look into it, when Pep came in the first season, he achieved nothing. He didn't win any single title, and the next season he spent about £500,000 in transfer. He got 10 to 12 players in his team and started winning things. But Poch, the question you have asked is very, very nice, and what to say, it is a very strong question. And if that was the case, I would definitely support Poch.
So what do you say on this thing?
Yeah, definitely. You might say that Pochettino has not spent a lot of money than Pep, but spending a lot of money, Pep has given the team, has built the team. That can compare with other European teams.
Yes.
Previously, only European team they can.
Yeah, but talking about European teams, see, has Guardiola been able to do anything at the European level? I don't think he has done anything, because he has not even reached a single semi-final. So talking about whole Europe, I don't think that's a better thing to say that Guardiola has done with all the money. He has justified with those amounts. Isn't it true?
Definitely. What I feel about Pep is this question I've been asking everyone else. Would Pep be the manager if he was not backed financially? Pep, if you see the career history of Pep, he have only gone to Barcelona, then he have went to FC Bayern Munich, then he have come to City, where the club is financially backed by powerful owners, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, not just financial owners. The year before Guardiola joined City, City were crowned Premier League champions, right?
Definitely.
And on top of that, he spent so much money. So, to a team who has just won the Premier League and spending that much, so Premier League, I think that's justified. In a manner in which he won, that's also good. But talking about European and all those factors, I do think that Guardiola is not so far away from Poch. We can agree to that, I think. Right? It's not too much far away if you take out the financial thing.
If you take out the financial thing, yes, Poch is not too far away from Pep, but
for a long term, Pep Guardiola is better. You can see the squad now.
Yeah.
He has built a team for 10 years.
Yeah, he has.
Yes, definitely.
I think it would have been a better. He has bought the team for next 10 years, and Pochettino has built it for the next 10 years.
But what I would also like to say is that financial backing. So I would like to bring other clubs like who have spent huge in summer transfer window, but they have not been able to perform. But Pep, he has done what he does is that he looks at his team, what is most necessary for his team. He goes out, he spends big, no matter what money they have to pay. He buys the player which he thinks will definitely help the team. And looking last time I was watching Pep, the game where they battered West Ham 5-0, and I was just watching Man City play football, and I was surprised, I was shocked that what you was thinking is that as a football fan, I felt that City have shown everything they needed to show in the game in the past 2 seasons. But when I watched the game against West Ham, I saw Pep tactics, I saw the way Man City attacked West Ham. They are bringing something new.
There is no denying that Pep Guardiola plays the best football in England. There's no denying that. He's better, yeah. So we all agree that taking out the financial aspect, they are quite neck to neck, right? Not so much difference.
Yes, we would agree on that.
But he has made impact financially also. In last 2 seasons, he got about 198 points.
Yeah.
Is that possible? You don't think
It's
so?
very good. But
I would like
to
can't say it's not possible
I would like
because
to-
Liverpool
yes.
also were right behind him.
I would like to,
But
okay.
that's a milestone to reach.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, I agree with you guys that he has dominated English football.
Yes.
But European wise, so considering taking out the financial aspect, they are neck to neck, right? We agree on that.
Yeah,
But
we
Poch,
agree
this
on that.
Yeah, we agree in that. Poch this season is in tremendous pressure because last time in the press conference or some in news media outlet, he has spoken that he have been in Tottenham Spurs for 6 years, and what he have achieved in Spurs, nothing. So what he said was, this year is a make it or break it season for him. He needs to win a silverware to prove that Tottenham.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What is
To
that?
be an elite manager, you need to win it.
Yeah, he
I
need
agree
to
with
win
that.
it. I don't know what is happening with Spurs. Poch, to be precise, he plays good football. He plays a fantastic attacking football, but still hasn't managed to win any trophy.
Okay, so moving forward to our next topic. So we are gonna talk about 2 main strikers of the team. You might have already known.
Yeah.
Who do you think is most suited to the team and who will have better impact in Saturday's game? Will it be Sergio Aguero or Harry Kane?
Obviously, Aguero. Seeing from the past recent 10 games, Aguero has scored 10 goals in around 8 games.
Yeah, definitely. In this case, Aguero is better, but Tottenham team, as Pep Guardiola famously said last season, that Tottenham Spurs is a Harry Kane team, one-man team. So Pep knows it, that if Harry Kane is a main striker in that team, if he manages to stop Harry Kane, he can win the game. But yes, Harry Kane is a threat.
It was a Harry Kane team, but now Pep is slowly building it into a team with play free-flowing football with more added
Yes, he's
players.
playing, but he doesn't have the player right now. Dele Alli is
Yeah,
injured.
Dele Alli
And
Heung-min Son.
Heung-min
Yeah,
Son,
but
the
they have got also replacement for it. Say, for in place of Dele Alli, these days Eriksson plays over there and Ndombele plays in Eriksson's place, right?
Right.
And for talking about Heung-min Son, Lucas Moura is over there. and Lamela is also providing similar kind of backup. So it's not. I don't think it is fair to say now
I
it's
think
only
what
a
I
Harry
feel,
Kane team.
for a while, if Son was in the team, then I would say a different thing. But for now, I think what will Pep try to do is try to stop Harry Kane, because he's a fantastic striker. He's a good finisher. If he gets the ball in the feet in the D-box area, inside the D-box area, certainly he will cause a mayhem. He will cause destruction to Man City defense and Man City goal. And Aguero is great too, but when you literally compare these two strikers, you feel that Aguero is a little bit.
Yeah.
Harry Kane is a good little striker. He is a world-class finisher. I agree. I say in this, but speaking about if you gave us a difficult option, who is a better striker in these two?
No,
And
so just
what
leave
do you
that part.
think?
So we talk about this one then.
What do you think?
So-
before moving on, what do you think? Who is the better
Me?
striker? Yeah.
I consider Harry Kane a better striker overall.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because I find his build-up play is also a bit better than Aguero.
No, I don't think Harry Kane has
Harry Kane has
build-up
No, do you see Aguero going outside the D-box area and crossing it? No, but Harry Kane, you see that, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I would
and
like
the
to
other
disagree
thing is
with
you
this.
need another players nibbling around Aguero to play one touch and all that. But Harry Kane can also hold the ball up top on his own.
Yes, he can.
Much better.
But-
I'm not saying Aguero can't do, but he can do it a bit better.
So let's agree to disagree in this.
So
right?
okay then, if we can't identify who is better, let's talk about if in Saturday's game City does not have Aguero and Spurs does not have Harry Kane, then which team will be missing the striker most? Their own strikers. most.
Definitely Spurs.
Yeah, right.
Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs.
But yes.
Yeah, City has Mahrez now recently has joined the team. He has been in top 11, and he can take free kicks, all others. He can draw fall too.
Yes.
So that's the positive point. That's the plus point for City.
What if Son was available? Then City would, Spurs wouldn't miss Harry Kane, because last season we saw when Harry Kane was injured for 5-6 amount of games, Spurs were winning every game.
Yeah, but they had to rely on last-minute equalizers and all that.
And it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Football
yeah.
is about 90 minutes.
Yeah,
Whenever
it's
they
about 90
score,
minutes, but it's
But
not quite fluid
and
attack without Harry
and
Kane.
do you know when Harry Kane came back to the team, what happened? Spurs started losing the game, because you have to agree with Pep. When Harry Kane is in the team, Harry Kane is little bit selfish, little bit. A striker need that. A striker
Yeah.
need that. I don't want to disagree on that. A striker need that, but Harry Kane. The team surrounds around Harry Kane when Harry Kane plays. So definitely, if these two strikers weren't available, Spurs will miss Harry
I
Kane.
would not, just not that, I would not like both of them missing those two, because the
Yeah,
game would
it's a
also
good
lose a certain amount of enthusiasm about it, right?
Yeah.
So, moving on, I'd like to ask Kusal, so being a City fan, what lineup have you predicted for Saturday's game?
Yeah, I have predicted the team, but really can't guess. Pep Guardiola.
Pep tinkers, right?
Yeah.
Just like
Yes.
Ranieri.
Yeah.
He's also the second
Yeah.
tinker man.
You
we
like
can
to
say
talk
that.
tactically.
Yeah.
What gives
Yeah, so
the edge in his
that's
team.
why we are saying predicted, not
Yeah.
fixed. So you can predict it.
According to my prediction, Ederson will be always the first choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Laporte as a defender, always he will be the first choice. And Stones, as compared to Otamendi, is much reliable. And Zichenko, as he is playing in his recent forms, he will be the best left back in
He's
future
a,
years.
he's a
Among
city.
City, you can say that, not in
Yeah.
the league, right?
He's a
So,
City
carry on.
graduate, right? Academic graduate.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic player. Right?
Yeah.
So
And recently, City have bought Cancelo.
Cancelo.
He might not get chance because
Will Rodrigo play? Rodrigo?
Rodrigo will obviously play. Cancelo will not get chance as Walker is playing in tremendous form, and Rodri will be in the team, a defensive mid. We needed that. Fernandinho, as last season he was injured too, and
Yeah, he's
how
getting
much
older
problem
as
we
well. Yeah.
how much problem we had occurred. It had occurred, and De Bruyne, as he is fit now,
Yes.
he will be the first choice. In my opinion, Bernardo Silva will be playing against Tottenham, not David Silva. As he has grown old, and this is his last season.
Yeah, Silva.
Some fatigue problem might also be there. Bernard Silva, last season he was a hero. So this season also Bernard Silva will be playing against Tottenham, and Mahrez will play, in my opinion. As he is,
Mahrez and Bernardo Silva, both of them.
both are in the same place, but Bernardo will play as counter-attacking mid.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Mahrez will come in place of whom?
Mahrez will play as a right
already
winger.
started last
Already
game as
started
well.
last
I
game.
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, Mahrez will be a right winger, as he can draw ball, he can cross the ball, he can just take a shot from long range, and Aguero obviously
Striker.
main man.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you'll be
Sterling,
hoping to see that
too.
team.
Yeah,
Sterling as well. Oh, you
Sterling.
missed out on Sterling.
Sterling. Yeah.
Yeah. So for you, no other option. But could you predict the lineup of Tottenham?
This is the last thing I want to do, right? Tottenham and me. I'm speaking about Tottenham. This is something very new and odd for me. I'm feeling so uncomfortable with
Being an
that.
Arsenal
So
fan,
since
right? Yeah.
so since you have asked, I think Tottenham will go with the same formation and the same player they played last week, right? Because they don't have any option right now. Son, the main player, is missing out. Dele Alli is out with injury, and what I think is that they will go with the same players, the same formation, which of course Loris in the goal, and in the right back we'll have Walker Peters, and in the centre back Piers will have Anderwehr and Sanchez, and in left back we'll have Daniel Rose. And Ndombele is a fantastic signing, by the way.
Yeah.
What a lovely goal
Yeah.
out of the box!
That was
It was a
beautiful.
fantastic goal, and I think he'll partner with Wings. Ndombele and the three up, Kane will be single up front, and the three behind him will be Lamela, Lucas Moura, and Sissoko.
Sissoko. So you are not hoping in this game coach will bring back Eric?
I don't think so, because Eriksen is coming to end of Spurs. His contract is about to finish next year, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So, and he's in the middle of a transfer saga. I don't think Eriksen wants to play for Spurs anymore. I think he
But
wants to move to a
I
big
think
club.
He's one of the best professional players, so he should
But-
be able to sort all those things down and focus
No
on the
matter
game.
how professional you are as a player, when the transfer window is running, open and running, and when you don't want to take part in Spurs anymore, he said he wants to move, he wants to test his career, move, and I haven't heard any rumors about Eriksen lately, but judging about the last game, he came as a substitute. And I don't think he's in the right frame of mind. And I don't think Poch would want to take a risk against a big team like City.
So,
having
but-
not,
yeah.
having what I was
Not
saying, not
having a
having a
player
player who is
with perfect
100% there.
So, but don't you think Tottenham will be missing their most creative player, because
They
he has been the
definitely
point
will,
of creativity for
Yes,
Tottenham?
they definitely will miss Eriksen, right? They'll definitely miss, because he is the main link who will connect defense to attack, and he got a wonderful pass range. But what I've been learning about stats is that in corner wise, Eriksen has not been able to perform while taking the corner. I just read a stats on Twitter last night. What it said was that Eriksen has only managed to, out of 5 shots, he has only managed to cross the first defender 1 time. So that's not a good stat, by the way. But while playing in the game, he brings out fantastic. He builds the team around it. He can pick out a pass from a long range. Yes, definitely. But I don't think Eriksen will play. I hope I am wrong. I want, as a neutral, I definitely want Spurs to
I don't
lose.
think you're
but
neutral.
I definitely want Spurs to lose, but I want to have a good game, because if a big team can't stop City right now, then City will be unstoppable. And City, I don't think, as a football fan, City is destroying the game of football, because single-handedly every team is being destroyed, left, right and center. City is coming out in top. So I hope for this time I'll be a Spurs fan. I want City to lose.
Okay, so I think we have talked about all the point, talked about it, right? We have basically covered every part. So let's move towards the prediction. So what do you think will be the score line and why?
On my prediction, it will be 3-1. I wish
3-1 to
City to win.
City.
So who do you think will score the goals?
Scoring Aguero, Sterling, and one from Aris.
I have them in my fantastic team, Sterling.
Yeah.
So what I think is that this will be definitely a tight game, judging by last season. When I think if any team can trouble Man City is Spurs, right? One of the team is Spurs. So I think is that this will be a tight game, and City might. I might differ in your opinion. City might not win by a large margin of goal, but who knows? It's City, right? But what I think is the scoreline will be is 2-1. City will win.
City?
Yeah.
So you've heard the prediction, and just to be different, I'll be going with 1-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. Harry Kane to score the winner. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Nice being here with you.